Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more Bravely Default on the 3DS. Hope all of you are doing well. Uh, Sorry about that. I could not find my headset, and when I found it, it was tangled all the way around my chair. I don't even know how I managed to do that. I don't know unless I was spinning around in a complete circle 3 times. I have no idea how I could have possibly managed to have gotten it as tangled as I did. So I'm like, oh man, am I gonna make it through the countdown or am I not? And I did make it, so all is well. I'm conflicted about this game. On the one hand, it does have a very, very useful times 4 battle feature that seems to make it really, really easy to get through battles quickly. And it seems to have some fun little gimmicky ideas, like at the very, very start, where I pointed my 3DS around the room and was able to take pictures. And on the other hand, the characters and the plot and everything are kind of boring and terrible. I don't. On the one hand, the gameplay is, you are able to modify the encounter rate so you don't have to sit there in Grindsville forever. But on the other hand, I think what's the end result? If you don't like the characters or the setting, even if it's like super convenient to kind of do everything, I don't really know if I'm reaching a destination that I'm going to be particularly happy with. No, there was not going much Wii today with the cases I had. Can't go in detail, but certainly wasn't going Wii to having a client in prison. That's never fun. It's never really what you want. Doing okay, been playing through Tales of Rebirth on PS2 and then playing Trails of Cold Steel 2 on the PC. Got a new job you're starting soon as well. Well, congratulations to all of that. Especially on the new job. A lot of you have Trails and Tales, and I've got Jails. I guess that's my rhyme for that. So Bravely Default, we're going to go ahead and swap to scene number 1. And we'll see if it holds a bit more interest. I did a lot of off-screen grinding, which is pretty easy when all you have to do is go to times 4 speed, move around in the earlier cave, and press A without paying any attention to it. I could basically watch or do anything else I needed to do, which involved replaying all of Lunar 1 because it turns out in the stream that I did for Lunar 1, and I never knew this from playing the PlayStation original, Silver Star Story Complete, because I was so crazy with my grinding back then that I had enough money to completely empty out the shop. It turns out if you buy all 3 of the bromides that are in Lunar and Ramus's shop, but do not buy the Rememberizer, the shop is programmed to permanently close down once you purchase the 3 bromides and you can't get the Rememberizer. So I had to completely replay over the weekend all of Lunar 1, which thankfully did not take very long to do. In fact, I was caught up in like 3 hours and change to get back into it. But yeah, I never knew. I never knew that was a thing, but apparently it is a thing. But I was able to just catch up extremely fast, thanks to the times 4 speed of battles and everything else. I still grinded like crazy to have an authentic file with like beaten, not like beaten, but like not helping and me beating Mel early. But otherwise, um, I didn't run around and talk to everybody like I did on stream. I mean, that's still the stream experience I want. Although it is disappointing that most of it is just the working designs localization, because I was excited to looking forward to talking to all these people to see if they're going to be translated to say stuff that's markedly different. And knowing it's more or less exactly the same is a little disappointing. But overall, it'll be fine. So it is. Oh, it might help if I plug the capture card in so that the computer can actually read it. I was looking in here and I'm like, huh, it's just showing a black screen. There we go. Yeah, and I don't really know how long it is. I know it's got a good score on Metacritic, like it's in the 80s, um, which unfortunately is higher than I'm going to be giving the game. I think it's going to be quite a bit lower for me. Anyway, we are here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that the encounter rate is set, like, to nothing. And it turns out the reason I never found the encounter setting was because it was actually in the tactics menu under difficulty, which I didn't think. I was like, there's nothing here to control encounters, but yeah, if you actually go to difficulty, I put it down to nothing. So you can keep, this is normal, this is max, meaning you're taking encounters like every couple of steps. So if you're wanting to grind, that's hugely convenient. That's incredibly good quality of life. But if you're not, then you can just turn it completely off, which I think is going to be what we're going to do for right now since we are way over level here. So we're going to go ahead and go to the ruins. And the goal here is to just try to get as far as we reasonably can, just to get a good enough sense as to whether this is something we want to see through the bitter end or not. And hopefully it won't be bitter. So I don't know if we tried opening this. We have not, and it does not work. Okay, that door does not work, so we need to take the staircase that's over here. Main story is 55. Oh my goodness. That is pretty long. Main and side quest is 76 and everything is 98. I'm not planning on doing a side quest in this. Normally that's something I only bother with if I know the score is good, if it feels like it's going to be a score that's high enough. And I'm not getting the sense from this game that it's going to be something like that. I mean, I may not, I don't even know if they're optional classes. I may not even get all the classes for this particular game. We'll see how things go overall. We have silver glasses, which I'm going to assume, given Final Fantasy know-how, it's probably going to involve immunity to blindness. Yeah, that's exactly what it does. Okay, so it nullifies blind. Of course, we get no defense from it. Probably do not want it for you. We do want it for our monk, however. Yeah, that's the but that's also, Shockstrom, that's also why I don't like class-based games. I always like games that focus more on characters and their innate strengths and focuses over games where you can just have classes. Because classes break... Almost every single game is an unbalanced nightmare when classes are introduced. First of all, characters tend to lose individuality, and number two, you can just completely break the game just by having a certain ability. And I don't really like the games that are kind of designed around classes because they tend to be broken so easily. It's why 3 and 5 are my top 2 least favorite Final Fantasies, and I don't think it's any coincidence that they're involved with jobs as a system. I think it can be done well. Dimensions, I think, did a good job, but I did not like 5 or 3's introduction to the whole concept. Because I like the idea of just having equipment steer characters towards certain builds, rather than completely focusing on a customization basis where you have to like grind every class from scratch for new characters. Also, it means you can't have like the wide cast Final Fantasy 4 or 6 did. You're not going to be able to party with like 14 plus people if every single character you reintroduce is going to have to be grinded from the ground up. For all of their classes. It means you're going to probably have like, what, 5, 6 characters at most. I don't even know if these 4 characters that we're going to get that are on the cover are going to be the only 4 characters we're going to see for the entire game. Given that it's a class-based game, very likely yes. And I have not been floored by the 3 characters that we've seen so far, so I have concerns, legitimate concerns over whether, you know, we're going to have better characters going forward or not. But we shall see. But like if I were rating the game just off of combat and, you know, battle slider, quality of life, and combat speed, you know, I mean the game would probably easily get an 85 or 90 if that was the only factor. But it's not. It's unfortunately not. It is hugely convenient though to have a class-based game where you can control the flow of grinding. Completely turn it to a halt or have it every couple of steps to where you can just level up quick. You play through it one time and that was kind of it. Yeah. I'm not sure. I do think the music is okay, but it's not really geared for the series very well. Yeah, I mean tens of thousands. Okay, I mean that. I'm not though. I'm not at the 85. I'm nowhere near 85, Alex. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna either hit. I'm thinking low 70s for this, from what I've seen so far. It's really not. It's really not that great from what I've seen. The battle speed and combat is and speed and everything perfect. It's great. Like you can't really improve upon that in terms of like its speed, but the world, characters, almost everything else I've seen, I've not been too impressed with. But like being able to go through this dungeon right now and not fight anything is just hugely good. We have a Mage Masher. I will give that to Tiz. Perhaps. Yep, so it is 5 better. Until the... Oh, okay. So... so I get to look forward to it getting even worse towards the end. No, I'm being facetiously angry. But I didn't realize it was that bad at the end. That's a shame. So where am I actually going from here? Yeah, because the thing is, with Lunar 2, for example, and I might as well just kind of... I mean, it's not really going to be much of a spoiler, but, like, having a character like Lamina, she gets a weapon that gives her 2 extra attacks. It's a completely gimmicky weapon that... I mean, she's not a physically built character. But if you wanted, you could turn her into, like, a mini Jean and have her run around and attack a bunch of enemies. But you're not going to do it, but it's an option. But like having items like that, rather than focusing on classes that are just easily exploitable and make the game completely unbalanced as heck, I think is really kind of a better formula. I've yet to seen a class-based game not devolve into we've just completely broken it. And I think I went the wrong way. I don't know where I went wrong, but I went wrong somewhere. Okay, there is a staircase this way. Is this one just going back down? Okay, that one's going... We're going the wrong way. The final 5 to see if he hates the story or hates the game until the very, very end. I see. I'm not... I mean... I think it's tough. It's kind of odd to say, okay, it looks like there's staircases on the other side that I need to somehow get to. I may have hit something that actually unlocked something on the other side, and I may have missed it. Or maybe I'm just missing this. Oh, that was what I missed. I think. Or no. Can't really tell. But yeah, I mean, the story right now hasn't been that great. So hopefully it will improve. I can't tell which way I came up. So I may just be going the wrong way. Yeah, I think I just went the wrong way. It's a good thing we have the encounter rate turned off. Down to 79 for that reason. Okay, I am... It only gets worse from here on in. Even this NPC is just gonna tell me that it's not gonna get any better. That is the perfect NPC to summarize the entire game, isn't it? No, I'm kidding. But it is the funniest thing that they could have said. It really is. Okay, so it looks like... Okay, this is going to be the cutscene. This is going to be that black mage from earlier.
You, the Vestal, and her little friends. How are you here? Is no one under me competent? Oh, fine. My fire will make ash of the lot of you.
What? Ominous, our orders are to take the Vestal alive. Besides, if you loosed your spells in here, you'd...
I mean, I can already tell she's gonna join our party, this character over here. I mean, she looks like she was already questioning this person, like, pretty heavily at the last chapter. And we're obviously not gonna fight her.
I'll show you. I'll show you all. Fire! Fire! Fire!
I mean, I guess the voice acting is, I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like the villains so far have like purposely had like a lot of voices and honorifics and like weird speech patterns to try to make them more charming and endearing. But what I find makes villains more charming and endearing is like actually being good villains. Like being like more of like a Galcian from Skies of Arcadia or a Galleon or just something other than just making them talk funny, because we know we're gonna beat them up and take their class. Like that seems to be how this game operates. We're just gonna beat up enemies and take their class powers away from them.
He's attacking his own people.
Madness. This sort of indiscriminate slaughter cannot be allowed.
Take their class, T-A-K-E. If I said taste, I don't know why I said taste.
I'm at my patience end. This absolutely doesn't. You've sent me into a full rage.
What? You're turning traitor? You'll make your father a laughingstock.
This has nothing to do with him. All that I hold true denies everything that you are. You there. You'll be helping me.
Who? Us? But we...
Would be delighted to assist you, milady. I'll see you victorious, or my name isn't Rigolet.
You can go ahead and spoil the last 5 chapters. I mean, I don't think I particularly mind, and I think most people by this point have probably already experienced Bravely. I don't mind hearing about what made the last 5 chapters or so so frustrating for you. I think it's good to mentally steel myself in case I end up making it to that.
Well, maybe not my real name, but certainly my... Anyway, what's in a name, really? Don't you agree, Idia?
What? How did you... Enough. Conversation can wait.
Ah, enough. No more. I'll not be made a fool any longer. I'll see you all charred black. I swear it.
All right, here we go. So I imagine she's gonna join our party, so we'll have 4 people. Yep. All right, the gang's all here. Of course, Adia is quite a bit weaker than we are. That's fine, though. We should probably have one turn where we at least check. Probably by Agnes, though. Does she have miscellany? I guess we'll know if I attack. She does not, so I'll have to use the ability here. No, not brave. Defaults. $1,800. No weaknesses. I'll check that out right after this fight. And see what you have written. got fired pretty heavily. It is a little bit off-putting. Okay, we got Mega Poison. I'm trying to remember how to turn off the fast forward, and I've already forgotten. So everything's kind of happening a lot faster than I was hoping it would. Okay, there it is. It's the left button. I am confused as to how he's hitting every single target, since almost every spell we have only is single. I guess I'm not understanding. I'm at a BP deficit. I thought I used only to where I was going to have a 0, but I guess I used to the point that they have no turns. I guess I'm not. I keep thinking I have 1 extra, and apparently I'm eating into that 1 extra and I'm not realizing it. So we're actually in a really bad spot, only because I'm still not understanding the, I guess, how much I actually have in reserve. Okay, because I thought I wasn't touching my -1 yet. Apparently I was. He should be dead for this round. If not, we're dead. That which is fine. Yep. Alright, so 12 drop points and 120 EXP. And 1 ether. And let me go ahead and read what you wrote now, Alex. I had completely, not really, but, telling you what you gotta do 5 times. There's a Thailand storyline like in DQ11, you gotta repeat this cave-in boss 5 entire times. And spam A to break something QTE-wise as fast as you can. Okay. Well, at least they don't have to rotate a control stick like Mario Party. I mean, that would have been even worse. Pretty mad at the boring repetition of repeating a chapter 5 times. Well, I mean, if it's only at the very, very, very end that they do it and nowhere else, I guess that's better. The problem is, like, Dragon Warrior 7 did it, like, almost constantly, where they made you have to repeat dungeons or areas that you were gonna have to repeat anyway when you went to the present. So I was like, what's the point? Why make me do it, like, 2 times and then the 3rd time when you get back to the present? Black Mage. Use attack match to assault groups of foes. Skill to Black Magic. Favors rods. Spells Black Resonance. Job command Black Magic. Okay, MP and Intelligence are A. Rods are S. Rank. Strength and Vitality E makes sense. I guess black magic can just by default target all enemies. Maybe that's it differs. White magic sucks in that regard because you can only target one ally. It doesn't even say there's an option to target multiple, so that's kind of a shame. But it looks like by default, those by bravely default, all of those things will
I've done it
attack
now.
all enemies.
Treason is one of those tricky things to forgive.
Oh, back a few hours, 5 times. That is that is kind of a shame.
Still, I've no regrets. My conscience spoke and I followed it. Into the life of a deserter, it seems. I trust there's room in your little band for one more.
Indeed. It was sorely incomplete without you.
Unacceptable. What bond of trust can exist between a Sky Knight of the Duchy and a Vestal?
So this is the Vestal of Wind. A black-hearted witch, as the tales I was raised on go. But of late, it seems things are rarely cut quite so cleanly. Behaving as the Sky Knights did makes a person wicked. That lot is black as they come. And what other lies have I been told then? The only thing for it is to see for myself. What is black? And what is white? Your actions will tell me the color of your heart, Vestal.
You know she's a white mage. I'm just saying. Like your argument would work a lot better if I were any other class.
And I plan to watch up close. So I suggest you get used to me.
That was rational?
I'm always rational. That scum crow just had me seeing red before.
Ah, the type whose claws come out when she gets hot-headed. I'll jot down a note not to anger you.
What do you make of them, Tiz? Can these two be trusted?
They don't seem like bad people to me.
Yes, but how a thing seems and how a thing truly is often differs.
Hold a moment, Agnes. My journal offers a curious quote. The Vestal and crew commandeered the SK ship.
Yeah.
With Idea in
The
tow.
mysterious journal that tells of the future events that he just happens to have for some reason. It's basically the book of prophecies from Kingdom Hearts. It just is.
And what are we to make of that?
That we're about to steal ourselves an airship. One assumes.
Just what is that book of yours?
Up there, isn't that... Speak of the flying devils.
There's no way we're actually going to be able to pilot an
Will they
airship
turn the
this
cannons
early.
on us?
Not by that course. They make south.
The city? They can't mean to start that up again!
Let's hurry!
Adia joined the party. I am not gonna party chat. I'm not feeling very festive, but I am feeling like we need to cure our poison, like right now. Maybe not. Oh, maybe I can do it from here. Okay, I can do it from there. Oh, you can group cast. That seems more friendly. That was a bad time to do it, though. Because it didn't bring me to maximum, but that's okay. Oh, we are at the entrance. I don't know what I was doing, but I don't need to do that.
Oh, why is this happening? You'll give us the Vestal of Wind.
Oh, it's Paul St. Peter again.
Or, if you prefer, I can
Oh,
come
no,
down
it's
and
not.
pluck her from the last building I leave
not, it's-
standing. The choice is yours.
It's not Paul St.
entirely.
Peter. It's whoever plays Ansem Seeker of Darkness in Kingdom Hearts. It's a very distinct voice.
You've a choice yourself. Leave now, or face me.
Hmm? Ah, yes.
Owen, Captain of the Caldislan Royal Guard.
Knight Arjun Heinkel, Knights Captain of the Eternian Sky.
Okay, I'm gonna look up the voice right now, and I'm gonna be right. It has to be him. It is Richard Epker. I was about to say it. It has to be Richard Epker. Okay.
The stories paint you Caldisla's
No.
greatest hero. I hope you will not disappoint me.
Billy Zane was the original, but Richard Epker took over for every subsequent installment after original Chain of Memories. Not Recom. Recom was Epker, but everything post original Chain of Memories on the Game Boy Advance has been Epker. Well, we can have a nice little leisurely walk on over back to town. Let's go back to the... What's this on the ground? Nah, Knight attacked. I'm not really sure the reason why Billy Zane was not reprised. Because most everybody else was kept. Especially, like, all of the Disney people have always been kept when they could. Oh, we can't get a free heal here. Terrible business model. Because I don't know who else would have been replaced. I don't hear much about people being replaced. Now, all of the people from Master Xehanort unfortunately had to have been replaced because everybody kept being everyone kept passing away. Nimoy passed away, and then I think they ended up having another replacement. He passed, and then by the time the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, they had to come out with a new voice for him. As far as I know, he's still alive, but I don't know at this particular point. But I think we've gone through 2 voice actors for Master Xehanort. Oh, I didn't want to do the party chat. No! I'm skipping it. Bye. I meant to open the menu here because we need to equip Adea. We'll give her the bronze gauntlets. Thank you. Oh, no. I'd have to look into that. That I didn't know.
The entire Royal Guard wiped out?
Sephiroth's voice was changed. Definitely was changed between 1 and 2. But I don't know about the others.
The Sky Knight's captain alone. He's too strong. Not human.
Hey, hold on, man. Please.
He speaks of Knight Argent Heinkel. I can't imagine the captain's come here himself, though.
Death.
Owen!
I'm unmanned. Pathetic.
Someone help!
Don't bother. Leave me. The king. They took his majesty.
I mean, I wouldn't... It's certainly been long enough since I've played Kingdom Hearts 2. I wouldn't mind replaying it at some point. Since we're on the subject of Kingdom Hearts. But it's probably the only one that I'd really consider replaying at all under the present circumstances.
That man, Heinkel. My sword didn't so much as scratch him. Tis. I ask this knowing it's an unreasonable demand. Please, help my king. Save this place. You're the only one I can...
Oh, I had no idea.
I'll bring the king back. I swear it. Be at peace, Owen.
Yeah, I guess everybody that was mainly Disney was kept exactly the same. Like Billy Farmer is Goofy, and everyone else with their roles.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I mean, with some, of course, notable exceptions, like you don't have Robin Williams as the genie. You have, was it Dan Castellaneta, Homer Simpson as the genie, and then you have, you don't have, why am I blanking out on the name? Jack Sparrow. What was the name of the actor? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. But him, he obviously wasn't the person to do that role. Yes, I couldn't remember his name. But like most everybody else was capped.
My son. He died for his king, though. Huh? A brave warrior's death. I'm sure he had no regrets. I thank you for being with him at the end. Now, pray, rest up. Consider this your home. I'll be outside.
I don't understand why Paul St. Peter is voicing an innkeeper. It just seems like the weirdest role for him to pick. Unless he turns out to have like a bigger role in the story. Such a weird casting decision. Like, he could have been a villain, he could have been something else.
These people are innocent bystanders. Involving them like this is despicable. Come, let's march on the Lontano Villa this instant. I'll lead the way.
I do think the character design and everything. I mean, the character designs and everything are fairly good. I do like how expressive they are.
Why the silence? Surely you can't just sit by and let Heinkel's crimes stand.
Heinkel's crimes are the Duchy's crimes. You are a part of those same Eternian forces. We cannot trust you.
What? I'm not! What must I do to prove myself to you?
You cannot. In my heart of hearts, you frighten me. The same as Crow, or Heinkel, or the others.
Therefore, I must be alone for like the 5th time I've decided. So peace out, all of
I
you.
am sorry, but I make for the villa with tis alone.
Of all the stubborn... Oh! You crystal-headed girl!
Leaving so soon? If you're off to Stargaze, I'd be honored to join.
Out of my way!
Yeah, the Murgagur. I was not expecting that. Adia is now the only one in the party. I don't really consider that a party. I guess it would be dangerous to go off alone. Yeah, it would. So why'd you do it? What must I do now? Oh, we're going to the graveyard.
Oh, that stubborn, contrary, crystal-headed girl! Why must she refuse to understand? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, child. Will you listen to an old man talk a while?
What? Oh, yes, of course.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a frailer child than Owen. The boy was sickly all his youth, but he loved this land more than anyone. He wanted more than anything to defend it. So he trained and trained, even after he joined the Royal Guard, even after winning half the honors the king can bestow. He trained, and everyone knew it. In a few years, his efforts had made him captain. The boy was something else. My pride and joy. But I'd rather he lived. What sort of child dies before his parents? It's a crime, don't you think?
It's terrible, sir.
If the boy had stayed home, taken over the inn, he'd still be
What other lies have I been told? It's the only thing for it.
A question, Agnes. Why can you not trust at least me? The suspicions of a beautiful lady are dire poison to a gentleman such as myself.
Our paths part with Adia's here. What reason have you to come with
I mean,
us?
why would you dismiss somebody with a book that literally has, like, all the answers to, like, everything that's gonna happen, though? It seems like very I mean, I would
Will
keep
the
them.
two of you be enough to storm the enemy's hold, though? This knight is supposed to be terribly strong.
Still, we've no choice. Let's go, Agnes.
We're all ready to go? Excellent.
I had thought I spoke it clear before. This is farewell.
Yes, it was all very well put, but I'm coming along anyway. I'll get no sleep till I've seen these scoundrels squished. What's more, the Lontano Villa is heavily fortified. A field mouse couldn't slip inside, let alone you two. Go with me, however, and you'll have VIP access. Use me. I welcome it. So please.
I'm all for it. The more allies, the better, I say. Well, I do not. Even before the matter of trust, I cannot involve anyone more. The fault for all of this is mine and no one else's.
You've no cause for worry, Agnes. I guarantee it. You, Tiz, and Idia will travel long and far together. It's all written in the book. Its pages are prophecy, infallible and true.
And what of you?
Me? An apt question. It seems I did not merit mention. A grave oversight, I'm sure. Or am I to miss out on the adventure? A crueler fate than I could bear.
What? You're so odd, Ringabel.
I'm in favor of taking them with us, too. I think they'll be a help to you, Agnes.
As long as you're certain.
Done. Excellent. Let's be off.
The party regrouped. Okay, so it was Cassandra Morris for Adea. I was thinking I heard them, and for sure I did, because they're basically in everything. But of course, one of their probably more recent English casting roles I would know them from would have been Persona 5 as Morgana. But you also hear them quite a bit in like some of the English dub of the later Yu-Gi-Oh series. Although I guess they're not so much the later ones anymore. I think they're quite a bit older now. Alright. Heal me, Innkeeper Carl. There we go. Although we were already fully healed, so that was a complete waste. Murgagur. What a waste. So I did buy the black magic off stream because I figured we were gonna get the black mage costume. Oh, special move. Store up power over time, then release it in a single crushing blow capable of devastating even the toughest foes. Tell me more. How to use special moves. The conditions are different for each weapon type. Sword, use Brave 10 times. So this is like only something you could do in a boss fight, I would imagine, because if you use Brave 10 times in a regular fight, you've got a problem. Dagger, use items 5 times. Wait, what? Changing weapon types. Oh, I guess cumulatively? Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, GX and 5D is like, that's not newer anymore. That's like 4 or 5 generations ago. Okay, of course, without Takahashi leading the helm for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, because he was the one who kind of put the whole Go Rush format into place with the Rush duels. He was the one who kind of envisioned like a scaling back of age and tone of darker concepts, and now we have nobody kind of leading the helm or charge as to what Yu-Gi-Oh should be. So that's why I think, at least for right now, Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of like at a standstill for animation. Like we have no idea if there's going to be a weekly Yu-Gi-Oh series moving forward, and if so, we have no directive as to where it's going to be. So. And I've once again stopped watching the Pokemon anime that's current. Maybe at some point I'll catch up because I still need to figure out if the new character is gonna say Mega Damage or not. That's really my only driving force into watching it right now because I'm not interested in the plot. I just want a weekly show I'm watching. So when you use a special move and the music changes, that's your cue. As long as it plays, the party stats are boosted. Make it count. Stolen from Death Bulge. Special move combos, chain together special moves before the music ends, and all of their bonuses remain in effect for its duration. Stack them up, and don't forget about friend summons too. This must be a tutorial fight. Yeah, there we go. Let's try using a special move. Sure. Hack and slash. Attack 1, physical defense down, all allies hit count up.
I got this!
Got you. Notice the music is still playing after the special move ended. Your allies' abilities are boosted until the music stops. It stopped. It's over. Special move menu. You can customize the special move's name, a name, dialogue, and effect within the special menu. Craft your own killer move that showed off via summon friend. As Morente is rebuilt, you'd be able to acquire new special moves and parts. How do you rebuild? Just hit right on the control pad. I mean, I feel like this game would be like a hit, like really fun if you were just like not playing it on your own. I mean, it has like such incredible, silly ideas for like including your friends in it. And like being able to show off special naming conventions with your friends. You can have like all sorts of inside jokes. Which I think is kind of funny. Anyway, I guess we're going back through here. A certain character. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. I mean, if it's Cassandra Morris, I'm thinking we're definitely looking at... Oh, if it's the newest Lunar? Or are we talking about the oldest? Okay, they're in the remastered. Got it. Okay. I haven't heard her voice yet, so I imagine it is going to probably be later. I mean, I'm trying to think of who that voice could fit. I mean, possibly Lamina, possibly Ruby, possibly... No, I think that's it. I can't imagine Jean having that voice. I don't think Lucia... Lucia, I don't think would quite work. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be Lamina or it's going to be Ruby. I guess we can just go to the other side here. Either way, we're going to be finding that out pretty soon because I am leaving for my vacation, not this week, but next week, which is going to be really exciting. And I am going to be... we're going to be done with Lunar 1 by then, so I'll be on Lunar 2 before. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm still looking forward to it.
Path to the villa.
Yeah, it's just like like of all the my calendar being as unwieldy as it is, having all the stars aligned to where I like only have one hearing I have to keep. Never in a million years would that have ever happened. I'm like, this has got to be a sign. And then they just stalled on approving the leave. And I'm just like, Like, stop assigning me more hearings. Like, look at my request for leave. And they did, finally. I'm just like, what is going on?
Let me make this very clear, though. If you've any thoughts of storming the place head-on, be rid of them now. I'll say I've taken you prisoner. That will buy us entry. Once we're inside, the battle's all but won. I even know where the king is likely held. Complaints?
No. I thank you for your assistance. I have my doubts, but I see no alternative.
Have you considered the alternative where you walk off alone? Because you seem to consider that a lot.
Once we find the king, we'll hop aboard their ship and escape by air. How very dramatic.
Anyway, at some point we're probably gonna have to turn the combat back on, just because we have a level 6 character with like no class at all. We should probably give Oh, Adia's the leader. I don't know if they have like a priority of getting hit more or not. I could give her a black. I mean, she is the Black Mage Apprentice when she was introduced. We probably need one, so I'm gonna give her the Black Mage job. To equipment, please. Yeah, that's wow, the sword is really strong. Okay, I think we're good. Let's turn on the encounters for just, well, first of all, let me save, and then we'll turn on the encounters just to kind of get an idea of like how we're gonna do. I keep going into the wrong menu because I can't remember anything. It's so weird that there's a menu tied to like the D-pad. That's why I'm like completely lost as to what menu I'm opening. Let's just turn it to 100 just real briefly, just so I can guarantee an encounter here, just to kind of take a look. Okay, so 3 enemies. I'm just gonna go full into brave mode. Okay. So 26 4 job points. Okay. Aldia leveled up. I mean, if nothing else, that's kind of important. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put it back down. We're basically able to pretty easily one-shot the enemies around here, so I think we're good for now. So we'll go ahead here and turn off encounters. We'll turn it on eventually later. What is this? It is nothing. I have no clue, but we can't interact with it, so we'll ignore it. We'll walk in here, we'll see if we get a cutscene. We probably will, since we have to be directed where the king is. We have to rescue him. Cool castle. Montana Villa.
Lady Adia, where have you been? We've lost contact with Master Crow. Wait, that woman! The Vestal of Wind!
Yes, and my prisoner besides. Now, if you'll open the gate, I'll bring her to the captain.
But what of Crow?
I'm afraid he fell before the wicked Vestal's cruel magic. But it was his sacrifice that allowed for her capture.
I see. Well, I am glad Milady is safe. I should expect no less from the Grand Marshal's daughter. I'll have the gate open straight away. Just a moment.
Now, no need to glare.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and I don't even think we can save right now. Not in here. Yeah, not in here. That's fine. We just saved in the overworld, so it's not a big deal. No music, just wind. Okay. Well, while everyone can listen to Wind's Nocturne, or whatever the heck you want to call this track, of just wind playing, while I get some more water and take a quick little break, I'm going to go ahead and hydrate all of you, and I shall be back momentarily. Tay, welcome, and thank you so much for the hydrate. Hope you are doing well. And Mackenzel, I'm not sure what those emotes are. Let me see if I can hover over them a little bit better with my other. But it looks like a hydrate, so thank you. All right, we are back in Lontano Village, and we did kill the Black Mage today. If in case you want an update, we killed the Black Mage, um, and this person that was their apprentice, which was like, "Oh, what you're doing is wrong." Surprise, surprise, she joined our party, and she's escorting us under the guise of still telling them like she still works with them, so she's gonna give us backstage pass into this area because we need to rescue our king who was kidnapped by Ansem the Seeker of Darkness from Kingdom Hearts. It's the same voice actor.
There, see? inside without a hitch, thanks to my brilliant plan.
We need to find the king.
Hey! It's the traitor! Grab her!
News travels fast.
Some brilliant plan. What do we do
It
now?
only took like 6 seconds for it to fail.
We beat them down.
Is it just the two of us? That might be a problem. Oh, there we go. We have everybody. Oh, it's Tiz. Okay. Oh, Adia was the first character. That changes everything. I'm so used to Tiz being the first character. We're just gonna brave everybody. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we have any status magic. We just have, like, elemental stuff. Okay, we don't even need our magic. So we did so much off-screen grinding because it's so effortless
Seems
to
we
grind
visit
in
the
this.
immediate
You can literally
I'm
watch
afraid our
anything you
little
want and
ruse is
just kind of
over,
grind on the
though.
side. Ooh, it seems we weathered the immediate storm. I'm afraid our little ruse is over, though. I talked all over what he said.
Yes, well, at least we're inside, right?
Yes, right in the middle of the enemy stronghold. We've nowhere to run.
You can't think this was my intention. I swear by my honor, this is no trap. That's the very sort of craven act I can't abide.
Let's go.
Right.
Alright, so here's our area. I have turned off encounters in the slider menu, so we shouldn't have to fight anything while we're in here. Interesting. We only have this? Ether. Okay, these are decorations, so I can't go through those. Oh, there's a huge path here, which I somehow conveniently ignored. We'll go to that in a moment, but I did see a chest over here, which is antidote. But next boss fight, we're probably going to default for a while, rather than just going to Brave so early. Just because I mean, hopefully we won't get, like, a party full of poison characters like we did last time. That was really rough. Potion. I wonder if there are mimics in this. Because I'm trying to just be careful. That looked like a little too conveniently placed of a chest. And I would have hated for that to have gone horribly wrong. But yeah, after... Okay, we have a staircase that goes down. But after my experience of having to play through all of Lunar 1 again, I could definitively say that the remastered edition, really fun version to play. I mean, what other game can you go through, like, all of the events of starting in Berg, going to the White Dragon Cave, going and grinding until you can beat the forest in the Weird Woods without Like's help, then going to Saith, then going to the Old Hag's Forest, and grinding until level 15 so you can beat the fight later on with Master Mel, and then fighting the Saline Slimer, and then going in the sewer, and then going from the sewer to the Vane teleport circle, then going through the trial, then going to Vane, then leaving Vane and going to stop the fake Dragon Master, but going through the Nanza Pass, and then doing that, and then going back, then going to the Spire after you get captured and thrown in jail, and then all this other stuff, and then go through Nanza again after Galleon does his stuff, and then all of that in like 3 hours. It's pretty good. And that was with me doing the grinding. I could have gotten there faster if I didn't do any of the grinding. So, definitely fun. So this is this just the entrance? Oh no, it is the entrance, but it's this path's entrance. So I can get that way. But then what's the staircase? Let's check the staircase out. But yeah, and it also turned out the reason that I couldn't unequip Luna was not because of anything, any property Luna has with those items. Because I was able to unequip them in that second file playthrough of it. The reason was that my inventory was full, and the game just didn't tell me. It's like that was the reason I couldn't take the ring off and lost it permanently in that file. So I had to dump a bunch of items to just make sure it doesn't happen again in a future playthrough. But at least I have the status prevention ring on my person, and I have the rememberizer and all the bromides up to that particular point. So we are definitely good to go for tomorrow. I mean, depending on how we play things, I don't know who knows how far we'll make it this week. There is a trophy tied to being level 50 for the characters, so I will have to get the level 50 trophy. I don't know if we're on pace to get that level naturally, but it shouldn't take too long. But before I beat the game, we'll just have to get to that level. And then we'll be good. White Cape. What could that prevent? It must prevent something. Nullifies silence. Okay. So we want that on a mage. Probably our white mage. It's actually, it could have been on anybody that uses magic, but it makes more sense to be a mage. Phoenix down. So that over there is probably our boss fight. We have a giant hallway down there. Oh, blue chest. Locked. I wonder if there's like a thief class or something where you can unlock it. Right now we don't have it. There's somebody in that next room. It only gets worse from here on in, so we'll buy equipment. Oh, interesting. 1,000? Oh, this is an awesome piece of armor. Oh, so is this. We'll buy 4 of them. So never mind to that. Bear Kidney, welcome! Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we'll go ahead and equip Red Cap to you. The Brigand... No. I don't know how to say it. Probably not that, though. Perfect. Plus the caps aren't going to have, like, the E-class to them, which I think is going to be useful. The Mercury... I think it was only funny the first time she said it. I didn't think it was going to be a reoccurring thing she said, and now I don't like it as much. It was funny the first time she said it, though. It really was. And he's unarmed because he is a monk, so he's just going to keep benefiting from being unarmed. We probably aren't going to equip him with any weapons unless like something really justifies it. Okay, so we've there's the king. He's like not even in his cell. He's just standing there in the open. While Richard Epcar is just gonna stand there. Oh, did he give me the option to save? I think he did, and I just didn't take it. There we go. Okay. So, I wonder what class we get for beating him. Probably a knight. Maybe the key to the chest?
Tis? Come to save us the trouble of finding you, Vestal? How very courteous. And just what are you doing here, Adia?
I'll go along with the Sky Knight's methods no longer.
You've no say in the matter. Defying orders is treason, girl!
Enough! You have us! Let the king go!
First, the Vestal comes to me. Alone.
You mustn't. I'll not keep my head at the cost of an innocent girl.
You'll not keep your head at all if you keep running your mouth. Are you so eager to join the captain of your guard?
Heinkel, you were among the highest regarded warriors in the duchy. A paragon of chivalry. And the Sky Knights beneath you? I grew up on the tales of their brave and righteous deeds. But what I saw was a band of craven thugs. You defiled the title of knight.
Green fool. All hands, seize these four. Kill the men if you must.
That was a quick transition. Okay. Alright, look at all of them. We've got 4 of them. I am just going to be brave. They're all gone. Good work, team.
Such valor. You're quite the little heroes. And here I'd so hope to resolve this peacefully and let the good king go.
Just walks off. Oh, okay, he really did. Fine. Is that the side we came from? Might have been the side we came from.
Heinkel, this is your answer? And still you'd call yourself a knight? As daughter to a true knight. I know their pride is staked upon fair and honorable combat. Release your hostage! Then stand and face us! No more running, coward!
Ha! You invoke your father after betraying him?
It's just like how he just saunters off. He's headed for the airship very slowly.
That makes no sense. Why should he flee? His aim is the Vestal, not the king.
He's baiting us?
Still, we have to give chase. We'll lose him and the ship. Well, I'm game to brave a trap.
I'm following you.
Agnes, let's go!
Right.
Ah, good. You came. You're a bold lot, if not a smart one. This ship is a prison you entered willingly. Nowhere to run now, save down. Quickly. Really, I must thank you for taking the bait so eagerly. It's earned you a lavish cruise through the clouds, Vestal. And for your friends, a career as ballast.
You're a prisoner here, same as us!
No more tricks, Heinkel!
A knight without chivalry is a common bully. I'll see you stripped of that title here and now.
You wouldn't test your elders, girl. I thought to bring you home in chains. But no, all but the Vestal will end here as dew upon my blade. You'll die with the rest, traitor!
Okay, we're gonna have to play this a little bit more carefully, probably. Oh, yes, soldiers. I wonder if we'll keep summoning more. So, here's how I'm gonna play it. We'll default with a Dia. Tiz will also default. So we'll Agnet Anya. And then Ring a Bell will... Nah... Kind of want to attack this round. We will attack this round, actually. Oh, he protects allies? Oh, great. They poison. Oh, the new character, Adia, she just goes whenever she's upset. At first, it came out of nowhere. It was like the first thing she said in like a scene, and I just laughed. And then she started repeating it, and I'm like, oh, if it's just a thing she regularly does, it's not as funny. But I guess it is kind of funny since I'm still laughing about it. That's what it'd be in Suitcase. You might hear her actually say it again. She said it, I think, like a grand total of 3 times this stream so far. So he's intercepting the attacks meant for them. How am I supposed to deal with that? I'll default again. Default. I am gonna have Anya here heal the poison of Tiz, and then default again with Ring a Bell. Ironclad. Oh, if he uses that... Oh, no, it's not. He just increases his defense. I mean, my attack already did 1 damage to him. I need to take care of these guys because they poison, and I don't like that. So, we're going to attack... Not with you. Yeah, so abilities... We need to do, like, a group cast of, like, fire or something. All foes. We'll just cover the entire elemental library here. And then Tiz... We're going to default again in case he continues to intercept, but for right now I'm just going to stock up. He's just going to keep boosting his defense. Okay, Thunder is the way to go. Okay, he's all alone now. She lost her turn because we did the 3 Braves. I think 3 is the most we can... Oh, no, it is her turn. Never mind, it is her turn right now. Thunder. Triple attack, or quadruple attack. Okay, she should not attack. Oh, good critical 1 damage. Shield strike. Just have her cast a bunch of thunder. With default. case he has like a super attack, which I think like all bosses are gonna have one. We're just gonna defend. Okay, so defaults, heal, defaults. And I will go ahead and cure her again. Attack. Doesn't matter. His attack doesn't, her attack does nothing. It's only 1 damage. Ooh. Whatever he did to his defense is terrible. He might have defaulted. Because I can't get through anything. We're gonna have to basically just thunder through it. Unfortunately, she's the only one with black magic, so I'm glad I classed her into that. And everyone else can default because we just can't get through with his defense being 150%. We need to use an ability that actually pierces defense. One of us has it. I think it might be Ring a Bell. Let's check, let's examine. Default. Pierce's default. Okay, it isn't the default effect. His defense is just that insanely high. He still has 1100 left. I don't know how to get through that with my stats. Unfortunately, the only way through is to just... I mean, I could try raising his attack, honestly. I think that's the only way I can get through here, is just by boosting his own attack. And it failed. I think it had a 20% chance to fail, and it failed. Let's just default to get his stats up. Okay, he actually ate into a future turn, so he didn't take an action because of it. We're gonna go ahead and cast the Thunder 4 times. Defaults, defaults. I'm gonna Brave twice, then again. What I'm gonna do is gonna try to do 2 Invigorates. And then Martial Arts, Hugong Wave, and Hugong Wave. It went up. Didn't fail. Okay. 156 and 168. Okay, so now we can actually start dealing damage to this guy again. then we're gonna go ahead and brave. We're just gonna punch him to death. There he goes. And Adia should level from this. And she'll get a job level, too. Okay, Adia leveled up. And so did Tiz. And Anya. And Adia gained her job level, and now has Rod lore. And we got our gauntlets as a drop. You got the Knight Asterisk, so it's going to give me a little mini tutorial about the Knight class. A well-rounded warrior with with excellent offense and defense, high physical defense, favors swords, shields, and armor. Specialty is protect ally, which we actually saw in action. So we can go ahead and intercept attacks meant for other characters if we use it. Vitality is S, which makes sense. Swords are S aptitude, axes, spears are A. S for shields, A for helms and armor. Makes sense that rods, staves, and knuckles would be. Knuckles being the worst is interesting. Knuckles being tied with rods and staves, I don't know if I agree with that if you're a warrior.
What's happening?
The airship! We're losing altitude! Idia, hurry! Take the wheel! Me? I can't drive this thing!
What? You're a Sky Knight, aren't you?
Only Heinkel and the other officers knew how to pilot the ship.
Idia, might I ask you something? What is the name of this vessel?
What? Who cares about that? And how are you so calm?
The Echelon, galleon-class airship. Am I correct?
Yes, but how? Is that in your book too?
Indeed it is. Let me have a go at steering.
But you have no memory. When would you have...
Ah, so this goes here. That gets turned like so. Then we just...
Sad kidness.
Wait, is he? We're steadying out!
Not
Of course
those
we are.
knuckles.
I'm a crack pilot, apparently. Now find something to hold on to!
That was convenient. Okay, looks like we have to take the king back to town. I still have encounters turned off. I don't know when I will be motivated to turn them back on for job classes. I mean, for right now, I'm just trying to see if I'm going to stick with it. So we're definitely making... we've beaten 2 dungeons and 2 bosses so far, which I would say is pretty good. We'll stay for free to heal up since Adia has no MP. Now, I wonder if this town is going to allow for updated equipment and spells as the game progresses, or if it's just going to keep the same default stuff and I have to go to other towns to do it. Let's check the magic shop just to find out. Yep, looks like it still has everything already bought. Don't really need this. Yeah, looks like it's the same stuff. Okay, back to the king's room.
The kingdom of Kaldisla owes you all a vast debt. I thank you from my heart of hearts. You, more than anyone, 'tis. A nightmare was visited upon you and your home, and still you rose up to defend ours. I'm certain your feats have earned Owen a peaceful rest. If you are willing, I would gladly see you take up his sword. Will you continue to keep this land safe,
I wonder
son?
if it's just gonna play it straight or if we're gonna have like a time skip.
You honor me, Your Highness, but I cannot accept. I've promised Agnes that I'll join her on her journey.
Cal Disla shall be poorer for losing you. Know that you will ever have a home here. The Eternian airship is yours to use as you will. Take it with my blessing. There's not a man in the kingdom able to pilot it anyway. I leave the matter of that horrible chasm to you. I have faith you'll see it unmade. May the crystals keep you in your journey.
Alright, so looks like we can just go back to the airship. And that will be that. Now the question is, can I actually move and control the airship, or is it going to auto take me to a destination? Or even worse, is it going to be like a menu where you can like choose different areas to fast travel to? Because I'm really hoping we can just take it somewhere. Let's go ahead and save. Our very own airship. Let's head to the lake and to the southwest and claim our prize. Enter?
Seems I've found a reason to come along. Now, my ladies, all you need do is simply speak the word, and I shall whisk you off to the very ends of existence.
And you're really sure that wasn't just a fluke before?
Rest assured, my dear, I never fail to properly escort a lady.
Agnes, will you tell us why they were chasing you?
The Sky Knights are a branch of the Eternian forces. The Duchy of Eternia has put forth an agenda of anti-crystalism.
Anti-crystalism?
A new way of thinking, based upon the idea of a society no longer dependent upon the crystals. It brands the crystal orthodoxy as a heretic faith, and the Vestals its minions. It was the philosophy I was raised upon. When the chasm appeared, every one of the Eternian forces was given the order to capture the Vestals. They said the Vestals and the crystals they tend were the sinkhole's cause.
That's not possible. Agnes has been fighting this whole time to fix what happened to Narende.
I know. I'm sorry.
You've nothing to apologize for.
All of this paints the Duchy in a suspicious light, don't you think? Perhaps they know more of the chasm's true cause than they let on.
I cannot imagine we've seen the last of them. If any of you wish to go, do it now. I'll not blame you.
I'm staying with you. I just told the king as much.
I'm in as well. I need to see for myself whether my people are right or wrong.
And playing escort is my job. I'll not cede it to anyone.
If none of you will listen to reason... This is so exciting, Agnes! You're finally headed back to the Wind Crystal side! Yes, to Anshine, the land of sand and time, and to the Temple of Wind.
Anshine, the land of sand and time?
Like an
What's it
oasis
like
in
there?
a
I hit
vast desert
A
beyond
too
the
fast.
sea. We make southeast of here.
The Echelot by sea or air. We're getting a tutorial for this. This seems pretty important. Push the A button to switch between sailing and flying. That said, you probably want to steer clear of the oceans in their rotted state. When sailing, a port or sandy shore is needed to dock. It's inconvenient, but that's life, I'm afraid. But like, if you're flying, why does it matter? If you can just switch. Whoa, look at me go! So I can go there, or I can... So wait, can I literally go anywhere? Well, I mean, within reason, right? Oh, apparently I can't fly high enough. Yeah, I think anti-crystalism is just like... It doesn't really flow off the tongue very well, does it? I thought it said press A to go to sail. But apparently not. Oh, I didn't want to do party chat. Nope, forget it. I'm not understanding the controls very well. How do I even land? No. Okay, there's no tutorial. I mean, it said just press A, right? This is water. I can't descend. Do I just press it on the, I don't press the bottom tab. Do they just not want me to do it? Is the point, like, you can't get out of the airship at all unless you're... Do you just need to go to the exclamation point and then you can go off? That seems not very fun if that's true. Okay, I'm pressing every button under the sun I can think of. None of it's working. So I will just fly to the exclamation point. Hopefully it'll either descend for me. It just seems weird it would give you a tutorial and then, like, not do anything about it. Okay, so now I'm here. Oh. Yeah, there's an option that says to get off. I guess only this water, just not any of the other water. Got it. So you can't... It's not a true airship in that sense. Maybe not yet. It might be later, though. Chapter 1. Oh, we're just now starting the first chapter. Sit and stay are tricks for dogs.
We've arrived in Anshine. Still no wind.
Are these desert places normally supposed to be windy?
When they're the site of the wind crystal they are, this stillness shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, oh boy, strap in, everyone.
The wind carried all manner of blessings to this land in days past. It was the kingdom's lifeblood.
I see. All the more reason to hurry then. Which way to the temple?
From here, we need only head... we ought to make for... which way is it?
Ignore anything she says. Anya's raises getting lost to an art form.
I'm impressed you made it to Kaldisla.
Just a moment. My journal details much of Ansheim's
This
topography.
sounds like Spike Spencer.
A clockwork metropolis, nestled in Harina's sandy bosom. Here, time, above all, is sacred. A massive timepiece crowns the kingdom, fueled as all of Ansheim by the ceaseless currents originating from the Temple of Wind to the south.
Quite thorough, isn't it? Sounds as if you've been here before. Perhaps that book of yours is a travel diary?
I do seem possessed of a certain wanderlust. The normal sort as well. Ooh, perhaps I'll find a train of ex-lovers here among the sands.
Let's be off. We make south.
Okay, so we make south. Oh, I guess we made south. Oh.
All present, Lord Marshal. Save the usual tune, at least.
No matter. Let's begin.
I trust word has reached you from Kaldisla. The Knights of the Eternian Sky have fallen to the Vestal.
I'd not thought the girl so bloodthirsty as all that.
It appears she surrounded herself with capable guards. What's more, it pains me to say it, but Idia's whereabouts have been lost amid the
Oh,
chaos.
that's right. The Grand Marshal is her father, isn't he?
That is no concern of yours. Do not confuse personal matters with your assigned task, Alternus.
My apologies, Lord Marshal.
Not only did the Sky Knights fail, they've given the Vestal wings. Why they didn't simply kill the child, I'll never know.
Keenly insightful as ever, Victoria. Yet I fear we've need of the Vestal alive.
Have we, Victor? Ah, no matter then.
Victor and Victoria. All right, funny.
If she fled by air, it's a simple matter to track her. She makes for Anshine by necessity.
And to the Temple of Wind. Anshine does face upon the Floorshine Sea.
Of course. Most of the world's seas have gone putrid, but the inner sea remains navigable. That would offer the airship a berth. But what does she aim to do there? Why return to the crystal now? It smells of some sinister plot.
Anshine is the province of the Cammer and Profiteur merchantry. What say you, Lord Marshal?
We haven't the leisure of chasing the Vestal across the globe and back. We need her in custody now. Tell the merchantry to employ any means they must.
There's still more tutorials of like things you could do with other people. Netfriend invites. Having trouble racking up street passes? Netfriend invites are just the thing. With it, you can connect to the internet and find new guests to aid you. How to use Netfriend invites? Just ask your local adventurer. He'll help you out once a day. What a guy! Invite Netfriends with update data. Okay. Once more. Looks like we're going this way. Ah, there's a town. It was difficult because I saw the exclamation point there, but it also had like one of those speech bubble pointers to this side. Up and it's nighttime. Great.
Apprehensive Vestal by any means necessary. Seems the Council of Six is growing desperate.
Those were their words. I've relayed them to you. My contract states I'm to receive payment for my troubles from you.
Then your contract is mistaken. I've heard nothing of the sort. Bah, fine. You'll have your fee. But I am taking the small discount. Only fair as a regular customer, eh?
If you must.
Still, this Vestal is quite the little monster, no? To have this Sky Knight so undone. If the margin is high enough, I would tackle a behemoth bare-handed. But until I see a profit, I'll not move an inch. Business is business, yes?
We're definitely being introduced to a ton of characters, and this at the beginning of this chapter. Ankeem, Land of Sand and Time. I've already forgotten how they said the name of this place. They said it more than once. Where am I on the map? Oh, we're here. Okay, there we go. There's someone I'd like you to meet. What do you say? AI friends? These plucky chaps are your friends when no friends are around. You can set abalinks and summon them, the same as normal friends. You became friends with Friendbot. A Friendbot. Look at them. 192 power, stomp. And the Friendbot says start strong. Max power 452, job count 5 out of 24. They saw the future, yes. Let's see. I don't know what level they are. 2 out of 3 hearts. They love me that much? Whoa. Look at that. Look at all that. Sure. Showing friend profiles. Okay. Hard at work, I see. Okay, so I think I can use that in battle by using the summon. We ought to at least see it and what it does. I undoubtedly. I can't wait to have friends chat and then have like a really crappy camera telling your friend what to do. Lady Vestal, come what may, we believe in you, so please, please help us. Okay, look at all the fun stuff we can buy. Tiz would benefit from this. If not that, then this. I need to check the classes first. Hold on a minute. We are gonna buy from there, no question about it. We are starting to run out of money though. So, stat changes, please. Thank you. Oh, everything is B. Everything coming up B. Anya needs like a staff. Needs a staff of some kind. Adia also, Adia needs a rod. Okay. That's good enough for me to know. Is this a quarterstaff? Okay. Oh, it also has the affinity in the corner. Very helpful to know. We lose the unarmed bonus. Do I want to give him something that isn't bare knuckle, though? I'm going to say for right now, no, because he does get a benefit when he... Well, he only gets the benefit when he levels up. And if we're going to not keep encounters... Oh, well, doesn't matter. I'll give this for Anya. I'll give this to Tiz since all weapons are equal affinity. Oh, is this technically a fist fighting? Is this technically the same as... Let me check it. I have to check again. I wish I could just check the job menu from that menu. That'd be a lot easier. It won't take long, but I need to see the exact description. Knuckle lore. For Knuckles 2S. Oh, when no weapons are equipped, a value equal to 2 times your level will be added to your physical attack. So I actually get plus 40 attack right now. Just by not having any weapon equipped. So yeah, it's still not worth it just to equip it. Got it. Okay, so last time we're going to have to go out. So we're going to go by here. We're going to buy the longsword. Actually, we'll buy the... For Tiz, we'll buy the Iron Knuckles. We have one of these already. Round shield. Everybody can wield it. And everybody will. So we'll buy 4. Nope, don't need that. Don't need that. We don't need any gauntlets. We're gonna go to our equip menu, quickly take care of that, and then proceed with the story. I am gonna give her the oaken pole, just because it's a better weapon, at least for her class. Oh, this is better than the Iron Knuckles. I'll take that. Round shield, please. Give her a shield because she has nothing on. There's that, and then finally ring a bell. Round shields. And he has no weapons he needs. I'm too exhausted to do anything. Ether found? Okay, it's a... Oh, it's a magic shop. Okay, so black magic level 2 will actually give you sleep, silence, and poison. We have protect and shell, which is going to be a definite. We want to boost defense and magic defense. I just... We'll buy all of them. We're not going to be able to buy anything else now. We are out of money, basically. We have 1,100, that's it. Hey, Wind Vestal, you're supposed to be important, aren't you? Do something about this. The royal palace lies beyond. If you would beg an audience, come by day. I guess we have to stop by the inn. The fact that we stood outside for that extra 2 seconds allowed for the day-to-night cycle to transition. 20 PG a night isn't bad. Okay, a crowd is gathered outside the castle.
Silence, one and all! Your king, Camor the Eighth, speaks.
My people, I thank you for your tireless efforts. As you are well aware, our glorious nation's production has suffered a harsh fall since the wind's cessation brought the Grand Mill to a halt. Without nature's former bounty, our turbines went completely still. They sit as silent as the desert night. In the wake of this crisis, you rose up and took matters literally in hand, operating the turbines manually. I, your king, lack words to thank you for your hard work. However, I am much aggrieved to say that energy production is less than 1/5 its former total. At this rate, our proud kingdom, renowned for its unparalleled industry, is doomed to ineluctable decline. I find myself without recourse but to revisit my prior fiat regarding the schedule of all able-bodied citizens. Henceforth, labor shall commence at 0900 hours and will extend beyond the current 1659 until 2059, effective immediately.
What? We're flesh and blood. We need rest.
In so doing, turbine output is expected to rise to 30% of its former value before the wind ceased output of...
Yes, I did notice the way the decline was said, and I
Your
can't
Majesty,
replicate it.
Your Majesty, brave news.
It was pretty good.
What? The Vestal?
The Vestal will raise turbine output to 40%.
Be calm, my children. I know your pain all too well. My heart bleeds just as yours.
What is he wearing on his face?
But I ask that you join me in remembering the cause of our woes. The crystal orthodoxy and the Vestal's indolence. Therein lies the true cause of the wind's absence. And what has the great Vestal done since the air went still? What did she do in the face of your suffering? She abandoned you, led the country to save herself alone. In this, Ansheim's first and direst hour of need, the Vestal we loved and trusted is powerless or unwilling to help. Though it pains me deeply to tell you of these things, I cannot deny this simple truth. What resolution can be brought about to this terrible crisis? The Crystal Orthodoxy is naught but a hollow creed. What result have years of worship at the altar of the Crystal brought us? Once more I say it. It is by our own hands that we shall push this glorious kingdom ever forward. Onward to still greater glory.
There. Just now, that leer. That was aimed at us.
Seems that little speech was for your benefit, Agnes.
It's slander is what it is. That creep's giving you no chance at all to defend yourself.
Agnes.
Alright, well, now that that's done, let's go in the castle.
Agnes oblige, Vestal of Wind. His Majesty bids you come.
I see you've returned, Vestal. Why then did you not come to me for an audience immediately? I was dreadfully worried, you know. I'd begun to think you'd fallen victim to some terrible accident. So, what of the Caldislan Chasm?
I fear it was worse even than your Majesty had imagined.
So tell me, was it worse than the state of your own nation? Are you even aware of the situation here?
The wind remains still.
And the Grand Mill be calm. I'm pleased to see you're not totally ignorant. The turbines that form the heart of this kingdom, the greatest symbols of her wisdom, now turn by hand. The hands of our citizens, compulsory labor service. Our survival hinges now upon their sacrifice. And even that will not last forever. We need that mill turning again soon. Not by our citizens' hands, but by the wind. And whose job is it to see that the wind blows, if not the Vestals? I can think of no other value you provide, save that. Anyway, will you now end the suffering your negligence has caused to this land? To its people? Or is that beyond your ability?
I think he needs to turn that frown upside down without the power of the wind, is what I suggest.
Perhaps you would sooner run again. Turn away from the plight of your people.
I don't think he needs any turbines for that. Even if if the output is decreased by 30%, I think he can still do it. You have to clean the coal instead of relying on wind power. I guess that's also an option. This is just a very long exposition. I mean, I got the point of the entire scene without them going on for this long.
Wish to say, I'll be on my way.
Yeah, exactly. She says what I have to say.
I haven't the time to waste here.
She knows the story.
What? I'll not be spoken to like this! Just whose fault do you think this mess is, girl?
They may have plot explained why the wind has stopped, but I don't remember. I can't remember.
That could have gone better. Not that I blame you for getting mad.
Too many mythical things introduced, characters, world, lore, facts of different areas for me to keep track of. It's one of the issues with medieval stuff, especially if it dumps a bunch of this on your head.
Mad? I felt no anger, only fear. The king frightens me.
His tone was far from pleasant, but he didn't seem dangerous.
The people who had come to hear him speak frighten me the same. Everyone in this city...
But I currently prefer to... Like, I don't understand what you mean. I don't think... I mean, I hope I don't do... Yeah, I was supposed to say, is that a threat? My goodness. Like, do you know something I don't? I mean, it is funny that the last time I played Lunar 1, I did have to redo my entire file. Well, no, that's not technically not true, because I didn't have to redo it for Lunar Legend. I don't think I did. Did I have to do it for Lunar Legend? I forgot. I did have to do it for the Sega CD version, because I thought of softlock myself. Yeah, you're being very... No, I feel like I'm also being quite rude to it. I don't... Like, I do want to kind of see this to the end of whatever like stopping point I have for the stream, but I really don't think it's gonna there's gonna be a Bravely Default Part 3. It is just the world and characters just aren't interesting enough to me. The combat is great in the sense that I wish more games had the ability to fast forward combat and an encounter slider to determine whether you want to encounter encounters every couple of steps if you're trying to grind or turn them off completely. I think that's brilliant. I think that's really, really good quality of life that remasters from like these current years would use for a lot of the games that they re-release. Like Skies of Arcadia having like a speed up in battle would that because that was the one thing I really noticed was like the game is wonderful and you can see fights and everything happening with the different characters in the background, but sure would be nice if they could move a little bit faster sometimes. But yeah, I mean it's just not interesting enough. I mean, if the combat, if it was just combat alone that I looked at and nothing else, I'd be extremely satisfied with this. Um, but I don't know. Have you guys considered that maybe our AI friend will win us all over? Maybe we'll be like, whoa, I want more AI friends.
They see me only as the Vestal, not a human being. Just thinking on it sets my legs to trembling.
That explains the tense look you've worn since we've landed here.
Personally, I felt amazing after that little conversation. Did you see his face? It was purple. I nearly laughed out loud.
But yeah, it is crazy how much Lunar you can get done in like 3 hours if you're just committed to getting through with the speed taco.
I tuned him out about halfway through his speech myself. I never did have much attention span for listening to men go on. Now, women.
In any case, we'd best hurry to the temple. It's all that I can do.
But that does mean there's two things I'll have to do after the stream then. Number one is I will be turning the redeems back on before tomorrow's stream because I'll have enough of a smaller backlog to put it back up, but I mean I still have 4 games in queue. But the next game that's coming up, the Marvelous Moototsu, should not be very long from my understanding, and that one I have to get the game ready for Thursday then, is what that's going to mean, is I'll have that downloaded. And then what is it after that? Final Fantasy IV on the PlayStation 1, I believe? Yeah, FF4 on the PlayStation 1, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition on the Switch, and then Caravan Hearts, which is like a Dragon Quest monster spin-off, which hopefully isn't going to have a stupid wild stat. I don't think it does from what Alex told me. I'm pretty positive it does not. And that monster, the first one, was the only one that had that terrible, terrible, terrible idea where like all of your creatures will just hate you if you decide to like swap to another creature for a brief moment and come back. It's so stressful. It's like if your Pokemon hates your guts when you want to have another person in your team temporarily and then put them back in. Like, it's a terrible feature for, like, a game that encourages you to catch new monsters and fuse them. Blue marks on the map. Head there to advance a sub-scenario. No thank you. I'm already... I can't be bothered to go through your main scenario, so I don't think I'm going to go into a sub one. See another side of the Asterix bearers. Follow the stories and lay claim to their... Oh, it's... Okay, so there's a story reason to do it. You want the jobs, but I don't know if I really care enough. We can go down this way. I will leave for right now. I don't need the job. So where are we going now? Oh, down that way? Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and save. There's a bunch of quests that are popping up on the side that I am not paying attention to either. Temple of Wind. They are all very impressed. I mean...
Do you feel that?
I don't know, the characters, I mean, the designs of the characters are fine. Like, it's just like it's made by a veteran of the Final Fantasy like tactics and everything else that, it has like such a very, distinct style. I think they look great. I just don't. I'm not really being sucked into the plot or the worlds or anything else. And the music, like the victory theme, I think is very very good. It's catchy. I mean, it's a catchy victory jingle. But I mean, other than that, I just don't really think a lot of it fits like the scene and just standing around nodding at each other. Of these skits will hinge on how much the characters resonate with you. The banter totally worked for me, but if you can't bring yourself to care about bravely default adorable noseless heroes, you also might not care to sit through all these party chats. And the music, God, Revo's music, just try not to fall in love with the ridiculous boss theme the second it starts. It's like Dragon Force on speed, and a DS track. My God, that sax. Dragon Force? It can't be the Dragon Force I'm thinking about, is it? The one on the Saturn? It must be like, because them being separated is different. Because I still have to play Dragon Force on the Saturn, because that is another Working Designs game on the Saturn. And plus, I need to play the Saturn again. It's been like years since I've touched the Saturn. Oh, that I see. Okay. Well, as an aside, I still need to play Dragon Force on the Sega Saturn. I think Victor Ireland took his medications that day because there was only one disc. I don't think they had multiple variants of it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Yes, for the Dragon Force update. Well, I mean, I'm hoping to. I'll ask Alex if I can borrow his copy. I mean, I could buy. I mean, I think I bet complete it's going to be probably like $300, $400. I'd rather not if I can help it. If I could just play the disc.
Monsters. Monsters roaming here, and quite a few.
Inside the temple? How? What happened to this place, Agnes?
I still have to play Alundra on the PlayStation 1. Like the record for Victor Ireland's disc variants. There's like 8 of them. There's 8 discs.
The crystal of wind was swallowed up in darkness.
Darkness?
Yes, at the chasm in Kaldisla. It opened at the same time the crystal lost its light. And the dark that consumed it continues to breed more darkness still. I expect that font of shadows is to blame for drawing these creatures here.
Not good.
Yet we've no choice. Keep vigilant as we proceed. A moment's distraction could prove fatal.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of a consequence like the characters having a lack of character has to do with this being like a job-based system. I feel like if you have characters with very, very distinct roles, they kind of have their characters fall more in line with those roles. Like if you have a character that's more a thief, they're going to have like more interesting character traits that are kind of meant to be like sly, cunning, maybe swift, nimble, agile, a lot of different qualities to that. Or if you have a character that's more a mage, or a character that's more a warrior, or a character that's just more of like a monk or a white mage, or just something like that. But if you have characters that like really have no predefined anything, I guess you're a shepherd or something like that. You don't. I guess they want to keep characters like very blank slate. Some of them might have higher intelligence than other characters, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like that might be a consequence too. I could just be reading too much into it. I think the real problem is the wind stalled and the character interest levels had diminished by 30% capacity because the turbines weren't turning. That's my thought.
What's all this on the floor?
The crystallist scriptures.
Oh, what sort of things do they say?
Dauntless seeker, offer your prayers unto the crystals. So too shall the Vestal, in accordance with the teachings. Their resplendent light shall cleave a path through darkest night and banish fear from every shadow. The scriptures have been passed down through more than 2 millennia, since the founding of the Orthodoxy. The excerpt I gave is among their most important passages.
I've heard it. From one of the old shepherds. when I was young.
It's that famous then? I've never read them, nor heard them quoted.
It looks as if someone tried to carry them away from here.
The acolytes. They were women of exceptional faith. I expect they came here desperate to protect these writings.
I feel like a game like this would have benefited from like some sort of like encyclopedia or things like if you cared about this game and you wanted to remember, okay, acolytes or the chrysanthemums or whatever they just said. I don't remember anymore. But if you could just go ahead and just look at the keywords, because Xenosaga, to their credit, introduced like an encyclopedia to keep track of all of their nonsense that you can't be bothered to remember, all of the abbreviations they would use in game, all the other things. But I feel like this game kind of needs it.
This stain upon the floor. I'm afraid it's blood.
The end. That's all we have to say about that. Okay, staircase that way. Any treasure chests? We can't go that direction, but we can potentially go up here. And that's enough of that. I guess we're going the other way. Wind Charm. I'm assuming that will decrease wind damage to a party member. Suppresses wind. Protects the wearer by reducing wind damage by half. I can sell it for 1,500. 50% wind damage decrease is pretty cool. I'm assuming, don't quote me on my wild guess, but the boss might use wind magic in this wind temple. I don't know. Could be completely off base. Now the next RPG after Marvelous Momototsu is Final Fantasy IV, which I am extremely looking forward to, because it's been like, I think about 20 years since I played it. It has been a long time. And I remember being very, very fond of it, and I imagine I still will be. Because it is one of those kind of power of the human spirit games where everything and everyone, like, over time and at the end, everything just kind of clicks together in a very sort of uplifting, enlightening kind of way. That was probably one of the earliest experiences of that. Of course, Lunar is also another huge example. But that was probably the original, because it came out before Lunar did. Now, I'm playing the PlayStation 1 version of it, though, which I've never played. I've only ever played the Super Nintendo version from 91. I don't remember if it came, I know it came out originally in 91, but I don't know if we got it in 91 or if it was 92 by the time we got it. But either way, that should be fun. And then Tales of Syria, I don't even remember. I don't know anything about that. I've not played that. I've only played like maybe a handful of Tales games ever.
It's like a storm swept through in the middle of supper. What are these scraps of cloth?
Habits.
Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry.
They belong to the acolytes who lived here. They were tasked with looking after me. I owe them all so much.
Where have they gone?
Okay, so looks like that scene over there is going to be the exclamation point, so we're almost at it. Vesperia is going to be hype. He has one of the best JRPG protagonists. Oh, goodness. I will have to Well, I don't think I would sugarcoat it if I disagree, but I would probably waffle around it before eventually saying it. But we'll see. I'm curious what makes them what criteria you use to make them the best, but I'll definitely be interested to play it. I haven't played a Tales game in that type of a combat system in a very, very long time, so I definitely feel like I'd look forward to it. Because the last big action RPG I think I played was Ys 4 Memories of Bruschetta, or whatever it's called. And I enjoyed that. Eventually, I did. Especially with the slowdown feature of being able to dodge a hit at a certain time. It almost felt like Bayonetta's Wicked Weave. That looks important. I will not go that way yet. Mithril Rod. But I am looking... I've liked all the Tales games I've played. Even the Kero RPG, which was made by Bandai Namco Studios on the DS, which I imported because I watched so much Kero Gunso when I was in college, undergrad. And I imported that game. That one I enjoyed too. I've liked all of them I've played so far. So let's give her the Mithril Rod. Increases magical attack, which you definitely want. It seems like it doesn't really increase attack power, but magic, that's huge. Let's talk to this thing. Oh, you lack the qualifications. You startled me for nothing. Go on, then shoo. What? We're the only person alive here. I think we have the qualifications. Okay, cutscene.
Just awful. It's in complete chaos.
Yet swallowed up in silence. And in that stillness, grief. This place is steeped in sadness.
The women here made themselves a human shield that I might get away.
And now, all of them gone. It's Narende all over again.
Yet, I haven't the leisure to send them on, or to mourn them. I'm not allowed even the luxury of grief. They sacrificed themselves that I might protect the crystal. I'll not betray them. I swear it. No matter what happens.
Surely, you can allow yourself to grieve.
I pray for them, that they may know peace. But for now, I must press onward. The crystal altar is just beyond. Follow me.
All right, let's get to the altar. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's a shortcut to go back to the start if you needed to. I wonder if this place will have a save point, or if they just want you to walk out. A mithril dagger, will that also increase? Okay, it's a weaker weapon, but increases the hit rate. Could give it to Anya. But instead I'll give her the Oaken Pole, because it is an S-rank weapon. Now everybody's with something that they're proficient with, except a freelancer can't be proficient in anything. So we will wreak a failure. It only gets worse from here on in, which is my mantra for this game. We'll go ahead and buy equipment, all the same stuff. So save, and now try the update. Let's try the update data, because this person says they can give me my. Oh wait, what? What happened to the update data option? We had it before. Oh, here we go. Update data. It's from the save menu, which is strange. Okay, shall we try via internet connection? Keep this in mind when adding comments. Yep, I want to proceed. Yep, let's do it. This service has been discontinued. Thank you for using this service. You are welcome. Okay, that's enough of that. Even AI friends have left me. C'est la vie.
It's enormous.
Even hearing the stories, I'd never expect it.
I feel like after we finish this wind dungeon, I think I'm ready to call it. I think I've seen enough.
No! Its light is dimmer still than when I left. I've watched over the crystal all my life, but this... I've never seen this.
We need to release it from the darkness. Agnes, you know what to do, don't you?
The Mother Vestal, my predecessor, showed me as a child. A right to cleanse the crystal of any evil to befall it. I'm to sharpen my focus to a single point and align my breathing to the thrum of the crystal's natural rhythm. Every Vestal to come before me has poured her prayers into the crystal. The time has come to draw upon that store of will and awaken it.
You do your office proud. Now for the final step.
The Vestal Garb.
Right. Without that to serve as a conduit, you won't be able to set the crystal to resonating.
The Mother Vestals was stored in the reliquary.
Lead the way. Once we have that, we can begin the rite of awakening.
Now where are you taking me? I heard what they had to say, but like, where is that actually? Oh, okay, we need to go over here. That wasn't very far.
That's the garb you need?
Yes, this is it. But the dark has beaten us here.
Do we have to find like all the pieces of it?
Oh, look at it. It's in tatters. And it must have been such a beautiful piece.
It may not serve its function in this state, yet no other set remains to us.
What now, then? We can't perform the rite without it.
Why not give it a try as is? Even without its sacred power, the frock is deliciously holy.
Stop talking, Ring-a-Bell.
If this garb is destroyed, can we make a new one?
I think the pun only works if you read it. I don't think people would have readily understood it, like listening to it.
A set of holy vestments used in some miraculous ritual? Sure it is. Let me ask my tailor.
No, he's right. That's it. We must speak with the old sage of the Yuliana Woods. He has seen to the creation of the Vestal's garbs and other ceremonial tools for generations. There's no finer craftsman. I met him only once, as a small child together with the Mother Vestal. More than a decade has passed. I cannot say whether he is still there, or even alive, but
if he can make us a new set of vestments, why are we still standing around talking? I've never heard of these woods. Where are they? How will we get there?
I recall the forest being uncommonly dense. Also, there was a lake.
If it's large enough to float a ship, I'll land us there. Now, what of the ladies of Yuliana? Are there many ladies?
Ignore him. Can we be certain this lake hasn't rotted through like the oceans? That's not how I fancy ending my life.
Well, what does Ring-a-Bell's journal have to say on the matter?
Let's have a look. Ah, here we are. Yuliana, yes. The hidden heart of an ancient wood, northeast of Ansheim.
Given the book's owner, I half expected some note about the lack of women there.
Women or no, that's our next destination.
Indeed, but since we're going, let's hope for ladies.
curious how quickly the forest will actually be done. I mean, everything is going to be done like quickly other than the chatting because we have turned off encounters completely, which has been like extremely handy. So I need to go back up to the north to the airship. We can land in that water, then go to the actual forest, navigate through it quickly, then go back, and then at that particular point, I think the temple will be finished. There we go. Looks like we're going right in here. Yuliana Woods Needleworks.
Yes, this feels familiar. It's been ages, but this is it. We were here. The Mother Vestal, I, and Olivia.
Was that strange, distant groaning here then, too? Or am I the only one who's thoroughly unsettled right now?
You're not alone. The lack of women here is positively chilling.
Though it seems someone lives here.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I thought I heard something. This place draws few visitors, I fear, and me fewer still. So, to whom do I owe this pleasure?
I am Agnes Oblige, sir. Vestal of Wind.
Little Agnes, is it? Oh, you have grown, child. You were scarce more than a little sprout when your predecessor brought you here. Now look at you. A fine woman you've become. Fine and plump and pleasantly jiggly.
Ugh, lovely. It's a geriatric ring-a-bell.
Then you are indeed the sage I seek. I fear I do not remember your name, sir.
Oh, we are a lot alike in that, my dear. Not many people around these parts to call me by it. Whatever it was, Sage will do just fine by me. It is what the last Vestal called me. At her heels, you. Thage, you'd call. A more charming little echo I've never heard.
Well, I am glad to have found you.
Feels rather good to hear a pretty young thing like you was looking for me. Seems I've not quite lost my charm. Now, you called yourself Vestal. I take it that means the last Vestal is...
Yes, sir. Her tenure as Vestal ended 5 years ago. Her life, a year later.
I see. A sad loss for all of us. She was fair but firm, very firm. She had taut curves fit to drive a man mad.
We shall be needing an in-depth account, good sage. Also, a briefing on any wild women of the woods.
Stop talking. Just stop.
You've quite the following, my dear. I had thought the Vestals forswore all contact with the outside world.
They are assisting me in my task.
Oh, assistance, eh? I see. Oh, and such colorful characters they are.
Not really.
I've kept you out here long enough. Come inside. I see. Well, that's quite the story. You've been brave to come this far, Agnes.
I'd not have managed on my own. I owe Tiz a great debt.
Well, perhaps it is we've come to the harrowing.
The harrowing?
The swelling dark is a harbinger, lad, as is the fall of the temples, the dulling crystals, the great chasm.
It is the Vestal's calling to see that darkness purged. I must awaken the four crystals.
Awaken them?
Absolutely astonishing!
Huh? What?
I took the liberty of stealing a peek at the ladies' fashions you've assembled in the next room, good sir. Each is a beauty fit to outshine the next. Their allure had me spellbound. Spellbound, I tell you.
I'm impressed a man of your scant years can properly appreciate them.
I would gladly talk the night away with a man of your genius.
They're a matched pair.
Ring a bell, please. We're in the middle of an
Couldn't how many
important
scene
discussion.
transitions are we having just to have more talking? I'm done whenever this conversation's done. I'm not gonna do the wind tempo. I am done.
As am I, my friend. This is art, romance. You'll come to understand in a few years. And as I recall, we didn't come here to talk. We came to procure Vestal garb as quickly as possible. While you were chatting, I searched. My efforts bore unexpected fruit, that's all.
So, you've come to me because of your need for new vestments, have you?
I have. The garb housed in the temple was lost to the darkness. We found it in scraps, sir.
I mean, I would hope it's this man because if it's not, I'm scared as to who it could be.
Those garbs are woven from rainbow thread. No substitute will suffice.
And is this thread something you keep on hand?
Of course not. It's an RPG. Why would anyone keep anything on hand?
I fear not, my dear. The Vestal to wear the garb must procure the thread herself. It is tradition. The last Vestal of Wind did so, as did her predecessor and countless Vestals before. Even had I the thread used to craft the last Vestal's garb, I could not fashion it into aught of use to you.
I understand. Tell me where I must go.
Of course, my child. But come, the day is nearly spent. Stay the night. Oh, yes, if you girls would like, I would be happily obliged to make space in my own bed for you.
Oh, unacceptable.
Likewise.
Then let the two of us pass the night in ardent conversation.
My goodness.
Good morning. Slept well, I trust. Idea, was it? How about making a nip of breakfast now for an old man, eh?
I feel like their default posture for our for Anya and Adia probably would have worked better with a different costume because it just seems kind of weird to be hunched like that in these in these clothes.
What? Why should I cook for you?
Because a young beauty's home-cooked meal is far more appetizing than anything I might make myself, of course. Given her upbringing, I've grave doubts the Vestal could boil water, let alone cook. That leaves you.
Food can wait, Sage. Now the location of the rainbow thread, if you please.
And yes, jealous are you? Oh, that's adorable.
The location of the rainbow thread, if you please.
You're no fun at all. Very well, then. I prepared a light meal while you were sleeping. Eat before you go.
You'll find the rainbow thread very deep in a cave that is far west of here. I shall mark it upon your map.
Okay. Well, let's leave the damn house so I can get back to the map and save. And that'll be it. If people want, I will I will go into the cave and get the rainbow connection. The rainbow blue. Or I can default right here, right now. I mean, it's 7:15. I mean, I'm not really gonna. I'm not planning on switching to any other game. It's just a matter of whether people want more content or less. Because the rainbow blue. I will rainbow blue. It's they said far west from here. I mean, I guess it's far from him, but not from me. Yeah, it is. It is quite dull to
This
me.
place holds nothing for us. Let's
What?
return to our task.
Oh, this is just a fake cave to make you. Unfortunately, I don't have Fall Guys. And I don't think we should boot up Persona Dancing again as a backup. I like the fact that there was a cave there, literally to be like, oh, not that cave. You want the other cave. It's like right over here. Wait, how do I even get to that one? Ace Attorney. Yeah, Ace Attorney too. Which I don't own. I need to get that. I mean, I will, because at some particular point get that. The problem is there's no way I could start that as a countdown. I could continue Psychonauts. That bull section was awful. Like, it just kept knocking me back to the start, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, who knows? Maybe I would have kept at it if that hadn't happened, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how to get to the I don't know how to get to the cave right now, and I'm like, it's whatever. It's it's been like what, almost 3 hours. I think that's fine. I don't have to put something else on today. Plus, I don't really have anything else to play at the moment, unless I do like more of the Re-Meow edition. But at the same point, it's been almost 3 hours, and I should probably rest since I have like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday stream. So probably not best to push it on Monday if I don't have to. I'll say the final score for this is I mean, I do like the combat customization in terms of like how fast you can go and how frequently you can have encounters. That's extremely handy. And I feel like if I were to skip every single cutscene in the game and like ignore all the dialogue, the game would be more tolerable. So I can't be like it's gonna fail because people yap too much, because like, no, I mean, I think it would still be heavily playable if you skipped all of it. So I'm gonna say it's probably 70. I feel like that's a fair score for it overall, because it's when you're actually doing combat and stuff, it can be rather fun, but the rest of it makes you kind of hate yourself and the fact that you're playing. They are. I think the designs are quite good. I just think the characters are very poor, and the fact that it's a class game, class system like this, meaning you have like a bajillion different classes that you have to teach different characters to learn. I don't necessarily mind that, but it does mean that it's very unlikely we're going to have more characters. Like, you can't have like like 8, 10, 12 different characters come in. Like one character coming in 2/3 of the game that you have to like class all the way up from the scratch. People would riot, and so I think these games are basically, if you have a class system game in mind, you're basically stuck with the characters you have, and there's only so long I'm going to be able to tolerate these people bouncing dialogue off of each other. And I think I'm slowly learning that I guess I don't like class change games that much. I guess I never really placed it fully together that I had like maybe more of a bias like against it until I guess I started to play this. I became a lot more cognizant. I never thought about like why Final Fantasy 3 and 5 were at the bottom, but the fact that they're both like class changing games, I don't think is a coincidence. I think it's a little bit more than that. Um do I so do I put story higher than gameplay? I think to some level I to some level I do. I mean, the gameplay is definitely your vehicle for experiencing the story. Like if the gameplay stalls, like it's rough. But if the story is uninteresting, I don't know what the real end goal or benefit is of like playing through the game if like what you're going to experience isn't that good either. I feel like they're basically very symbiotic in their relationship. I value them both quite well, but I feel like there has to be some level of intrigue in the characters or its world or what's going on, because Ancient Roman, the Japanese PlayStation 1 game, it clearly did not have a functional lot of things. Like the game in a number of respects was very, very clunky, but it flowed extremely well. I did like 7 dungeons and 2 towns in like a single stream. Like it was insane. You barely had to grind or do anything in that game. It flowed very well, and the cutscenes were very, very short, to the point, and the characters had a bit of intrigue to them. They weren't like the deepest characters, but they were functional. They were funny, and they had dialogue that genuinely made me laugh. So I don't know. I mean, this game doesn't kindle joy to watch the characters. It feels like they just want to have villains that are just you can tell like the moment the characters talk that like, oh, they're a villain, I need to beat up, and then they're gonna disappear and be gone. And I like villains that are just more memorable or interesting rather than just being like one note. Oh, we're gonna have this character stutter every time they say the letter F, and then like talk about fire all the time. That'll make you remember them. They're gonna be such a great villain because you remember them. And I'm like, no, I remember great villains for being like great villains. I don't remember them for just being stupid and having one note gimmicks in terms of how they speak. But anyway, uh, but yeah, I feel like the gameplay is not the problem. It clearly I can't really detect much I don't like about the gameplay. It's just the story and the characters and the world is just very boring to me. And that's really what kills my desire to play it any further than this. It's not really the gameplay. It's mainly that. There's plenty of other RPGs that I can play. I mean, this one you could just play faster for just its gameplay. So I mean, I'm not gonna like fail the game because it's very functional, but it's just very boring. So what'll happen is we're gonna play a very functional, not boring game called Lunar tomorrow, and we will be back with a completely new game, Marvelous Moototsu, and we'll start that game. I have to actually get that ready, because it is going to be a translation, and I don't remember what it's on. It might be on the Super Famicom. Oh, hello, Corpocalypse. Oh, you've been listening, but it was mid-game. These characters are pretty terrible. I'm glad I have validation from somebody who knows the game, because I am feeling... I don't know if I'm just gonna be like, oh, you have to get to like hour mark 35, and they're gonna be like the best characters. You're gonna love them. You're gonna wanna buy all of the plushies from the Square Enix store. I'm making it up. I don't know if they have plushies on the Square Enix store. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, the combo of class abilities, it's definitely good. The class functions are great. I mean, you can be all sorts of things. You can be a white mage, you can be a black mage, you can be a Federation officer, you can be all sorts of classes. Whatever you desire, especially if you can win more from like side quests. That's definitely neat. I mean, it's just that I find games that focus on class systems very unsatisfying in terms of balance, because it's so easy to break games. It's just like, it's so easy to have like a really overpowered ability that makes every fight in the game trivial. And that's very infrequently a problem or a consequence with games that focus on characters that don't have classes. Every game I've played that has a class system has this problem. I haven't found one that has circumvented this yet. And so, but sometimes you want that. Sometimes you want to just be able to break the game just because you can, like Final Fantasy 2J. That's pretty fun to be able to just walk around the map with like 2 shields and just have so much evasion and never get hit. But it's all about finding a way to break it. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I suppose that, and I mean, with being able to grind and pumping up encounters to 200%, that's definitely neat. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is a game I'm gonna like. I mean, for stream purposes, it's definitely done. But Suitcase may have called my number a while back. This may be a game I might like touch off screen if I've got like nothing better to do. But at least thankfully right now I have a lot of things on my plate to potentially handle to where I may not end up touching this. So we'll basically see. But Suitcase is correct. I don't always truly, utterly quit things that I probably should. But I mean, there's definitely things to this I like. Um, I have played Final Fantasy 3 J, yes. It is actually my least favorite of the first 10 games. It is my second least favorite. The second least favorite is actually FF5. Um, and I don't really have the rest of the hierarchy there, but I did find 3 the least interesting. It is still important to know how the story ends for whoever and whoever. I mean, we already know the ending. Balan comes in, he solves the Norende issues, and then everybody eats corn. That's the ending. Like, everybody's happened. Except the problem is, instead of this being a Balan Wonderworld, this is a Banal Wonderworld. It's like an anagram of Balan, but it unfortunately fits the situation quite well. The letters just happen to work out. It reminded you of 3? Yeah, so you're instantly in. Yeah, so, I think there is, I don't know, I feel like I'm very picky when it comes to class-changing games. I don't automatically stop all of them like I did this one. It's just like this one, I didn't really see like an end that I think was worth pursuing with this. I don't quit many games, but I do when I feel like push comes to shove and I'm like, I can have like 9 more streams of this and I'm not enjoying the characters. I'm not finding the characters too endearing. Their designs are peak. The designs are really, really great. I like I mean, Final Fantasy Tactics you can definitely see in this. Replaces the crystals as the world's gods, as he should. As he should, because then you go and collect all of the crystal statuettes like you do after you beat the main game. Yeah, they're a big time commitment if you're not having fun. Yeah, it's just like, you know, I have fun when I'm playing, and then it stalls. It stalls like the wind is stalling in the main area of, I forget what the name of the town was, like Arianda Grande, or I don't remember what it's called. Ariende, I don't remember. Something like that. But the wind had unfortunately stopped there, and unfortunately, I can't be bothered to get the rainbow thread from wherever the cave is I need to land. But I mean, I may end up touching it off stream. I do have a bad habit of like Summon Night 6 I quit and I ended up beating the whole damn game. and I still don't know what Victor Island was thinking, like localizing the game and getting many people involved, that much text translated. Like, it's the one game where I'm just like, I don't understand the vision here. I don't understand why. Why did he bring this game over? And, but yeah. In any event, that's all I have to say about this. But Lunar 1 Remastered will go ahead and continue tomorrow. We're planning on making quite a bit more progress. I will try not to do anything to restart the game again. Thankfully, it was a very quick catch-up. But Corpocalypse, I have a bad habit of saying people's names wrong. I don't. Hopefully, I was remotely correct. It's possible I could have read it completely wrong. It was good. It was good having you stop by and at least validate my thought in that regard. I don't mean to like be disrespectful to people who actually like the game, but my opinion is definitely different from Metacritic. It seems like this game is widely loved, and in terms of its gameplay, I could see the score if it was like nothing but that fighting and it was like a dungeon crawler type, more of a dungeon crawler type system. I'd probably enjoy it, and I would probably give it the 80s score that are on Metacritic. But yeah, 7 out of 10 for me. But thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see some of you tomorrow for Lunar. And Thursday, I'll have Marvelous Mototsu all set up, and we will experience that. So take care, everyone, and have a good evening.